Hey guys, I know it's been a long time, and some of you may have just noticed that I just posted a new video, and yeah, go check it out. It's on sexual assault in wrestling teams and schools and whatnot. It's kind of an important topic to go over, but I want to address the inevitable follow-up comments on that, which the first one that I have gotten a couple times now, which is that I am not a very good presenter. That's true. I know this. Some people have commented that I have trouble making eye contact with the camera, that I'm not, staring at you guys and being like, ah. The truth of the matter is that I do have ADHD. I am relatively awkward, and that, I'm not a very good presenter. I don't plan these out as well as I could, and sometimes I get stuck and I'm too lazy to edit and all that. And this comes down to one point that I really want to drive home here a little bit, is that you're stuck with me. Over the last several years, since 2019 when I started this YouTube channel, I have tried to encourage people to step in and present different styles of wrestling than what I've been able to present. I've done mostly submission based on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've done a little bit of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the gi as well. I've tried to focus on things that you could do one-on-one because we were in isolation because of COVID. I do have plans on rebirthing this channel and doing everything with a partner so that you guys can really see that. But I've always been reluctant to continue on too much because I don't necessarily feel a lot of people actually use these videos the way that I intended them to. Like, I actually wanted you guys to learn things. I wanted you to learn about nutrition and fitness. I wanted you to get active, find partners, start clubs, join clubs, share your own experiences, things like that. And the fact of the matter is that pretty much no one's stepped up. It's just me on here, and no one else is presenting like Greco-Roman. Nobody's done kushti, nobody's done folk style or freestyle, nobody's done judo, nobody's come out here and done what I've done here, and tried to angle it for the LGBTQ community. As far as I know, nobody's started any new wrestling clubs. So I'm sorry that I am not the best presenter that you could possibly have had, but at the end of the day, I am the only one you have. And, one of the reasons why I wanted other people to kind of take the mantle is completely selfish on my part. I wanted to learn how to do folk style, freestyle, Greco-Roman. I wanted to learn what's the difference between kushti and other ones, what's the difference in sambo, or what are some of your favorite takedowns and throws and whatnot from judo or whatever. If I could go around the world and I could just learn from people how to wrestle, I would do that. And I would do it with so much enthusiasm. And the fact of the matter is that despite my pushing and whatnot, that this channel has remained an anomaly. That there hasn't been anybody that has cared enough, and why would they? When people come on to my channel and you look down in the comment section, and probably 2/3 of the comments that I receive are on my genital bulge. And so on this video we are shooting chest up, and I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but it's not what I came out here to do. I came onto this platform to try to encourage people to engage in a sport. And yes, you might take it to a sexual level. This is another big chunk of the questions that I get mostly in my private email are about sexualized things, like how often do I practice oil checking, or what do wrestlers wear under their singlets to get their bulges to look like that, or all these other things that just are a little bit soul-sucking for me, to be honest. I do appreciate a wrestling singlet bulge as much as the next gay man. I obviously enjoy wearing singlets. I've, you know, done that to try to encourage people to watch my videos to an extent. And, you know, there's a lot of love that went into this channel. And honestly, I got burnt out because, you know, I wasn't seeing people wanting to be in a community. I got tired of going into the Facebook group and deleting posts that are from BG East or the WWE, just photos objectifying wrestlers and things like that. And it's really frustrating for somebody who actually appreciates the sport for what it is. And that's something that I drove home quite a bit in the boners video, right? That you know, a lot of this sexualizing of wrestling keeps other gay men from going there because they're afraid that the straight teammates and whatnot may only see them as gay men looking there to sexually assault straight men, which statistically is just not what happens there. So, you know, I'm wanting that community. You know, I thought by joining the gym Fitness Quest out in Auburn here, in Washington, they have locations Auburn, Puyallup, and Tacoma now, because they had a wrestling program, and what I found there was a lot of toxicity, and I was just such an outsider there. And I was eventually fired from that gym job because I had stood against them a little bit and started asking questions because of their supplement line, and that it's an in-house brand, and the person who is making them is not exactly ethical, and has a history of making unsafe or unproven products and making false claims on them. And it kind of I was pushed over the line when the owner of the company of Fitness Quest had actually told one of my soon-to-be clients that DHEA would cure her cancer. And there's, you know, one of the things that you see, when I've been researching nutrition, and I've tried to go from the most objectively positive sources that are, you know, fact-based, study, research-based. You know, one of the first things that they say is when people make claims about a supplement or a food or something like that that makes it out to be this great cure-all for something, then it keeps people from actual treatment, right? If you can just go on keto, then you don't need to treat your type 2 diabetes, right? Or type 1 diabetes for that matter, when there's actually a lot more going on there, and you absolutely need to get an endocrinologist involved. Looking at what, you know, in this particular case, you know, telling somebody that DHEA is going to cure their cancer might prevent them from doing chemo because chemo is uncomfortable, DHEA is not. And what they didn't say is that with hormone-related cancers, studies have actually shown that it can actually make the cancer worse or even cause the cancer in the first place. So those are the conditions in which I left Fitness Quest, and it's the only job I've ever been fired from. And you know, honestly, you know, when people have been asking, well, where have I been? Why haven't I been making videos? Well, I've been depressed, honestly. And I've been burnt out from trying to build a community that doesn't share my values, that doesn't share my interests, that doesn't reciprocate in any way, shape, or form. And it's really hard for me to be talking to a camera with nobody else in the room and trying to be a positive influence for people who don't want to be positively influenced. You know, probably 5-10% of the emails or comments that I receive are actually people who either voice that they are grateful for what I've done here, or that they had questions that actually involved a technique. And, you know, when 95% of what I'm getting is, you know, either toxic forms of homosexuality, where people have completely disregarded the mission that I have set out for here and come in and, you know, or they're sexualizing me, which is fine. You know, like, I'm not necessarily against that, but or they want to make toxic comments that are homophobic in nature, and want to attack me. And I realize that, you know, I'm getting on this platform. There are going to be people like that who are going to attack me for that. But, you know, it gets old, especially when there isn't that positive reinforcement. And what would mean the most to me for positive reinforcement, especially right now, is for somebody else to take up the mantle, somebody else to teach what I haven't taught, somebody who can and wants to do better. Like, if you absolutely hate me because I'm terrible at keeping my eye contact with the camera and I say a lot or I lose my place, and you want to show me up by making a better channel, please, for fuck's sake, do it. Because, but if you're not going to, then don't bother complaining to me about the content that I've made, because the content that I've made, I made out of love and hope. And right now, I am, and I've been dealing with this for about 7-8 months. I've got a torn meniscus in my right leg, and I can't wrestle. I can't flex my knee low enough to get into mount or knee ride or side control or anything that be inside somebody's guard. And so I can't roll. You know, the last videos I showed you of you rolling were the last times that I've actually done anything. And it's hard for me to be somebody that's happiness is so heavily wrapped up in this sport, and not being able to do it has been incredibly hard on me. So, you know, if you care, then find your own path, right? Start at a BJJ school. Tell me that I inspired you to do that. Start a club, find a club, start a channel. Do it better than I did. That would make me happy. That would make me so happy. You have no idea. Support each other. Remember that it's not always about sex. Sometimes, and I fully admit this, the last time I played on the mats, I was meeting somebody from out of town. This was actually a couple months ago. This was before I knew that the meniscus was torn. And I thought that I could go ahead and, you know, I warned him ahead of time that I could not really roll. And he showed up, and we had a very sexualized match. And it was so much fun. It reminded me of who I am and what I love. And but that was 2 months ago. And I probably did hurt myself from doing that even further. So, you know, hopefully I get through this. Hopefully I end up on the other side stronger than ever. I miss feeling strong. I miss having endurance. I miss that oxytocin that I'm apparently addicted to that you get from wrestling. And yeah, I hope that someday we get past this, and that you know, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to abandon you guys. When I have my knee healed and all that, I plan on rebooting this channel. I have a bunch of wrestling DVDs, and if I can find people to train with. But again, like, the gay community is really flaky about that. We could be doing better. We can be doing better for each other, because, you know, and it's worth it to try, honestly. I haven't seen the benefit of it because, again, there isn't a lot of reciprocation coming off of this channel. But, you know, if other people were trying to build community, like if I inspire 100 people who are watching this video to be more proactive, then, you know, that's 2 people for every state that are going to go out and they're going to meet new people. They're going to do what they can to pass on their knowledge and whatnot. If I can inspire you guys to do that, then we all become stronger as a result. If people come out and say, yes, I am more interested in regular training buddies, not just, you know, a gay hookup to roll with, we become stronger that way. So that's my update. That's where I'm at. I'm sorry this is not the world's happiest video. I'm sorry that I'm not showing you my bulge in this video. I put on a singlet out of tradition, really. But, you know, I want to see more from you guys. This is a two-way street and it's not just about me. So, that's what I came here to say, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.